So I'm going to just wing this one um, without writing it ahead of time or anything. How does magic work? Well, this is a scientific process, believe it or not. It's the truth is that magic is real, and everything that we think is real isn't real. How magic works is basically by understanding that physical reality, matter, is essentially an illusion. And what do I mean by that scientifically? Is that as per the understanding of quantum physics, the electron, which is the particle which is in every single thing, every molecule of everything, is only giving shape and dimensionality to a particle based on its oscillation, based on its, vibration. And depending on the vibration is how dense or less dense a thing is. This particular world is a particularly dense world. This is the physical world as far as we know it. However, there are other worlds that are completely like intertwining with us that most people cannot perceive. However, I believe since 2012 and around that area, and that's not a definitive date, 2012, but around that time, people began to awaken and they began to realize that um, this reality is malleable. You can manifest, and that all of these, traditions in the past of miracles and wonders and magic and witches, it's true. It's just not understood. So, since reality is an illusion, and ultimately, when you break down the particles of everything, it is ultimately nothing, 99% space. It is absolutely nothing. Now, what controls these electrons is the human mind. How do we know this? This is through the double slit experiment, where we found that the human mind affects the quantum particles of the electron and makes it do different things. So, just by thinking, you create reality. You put it out there. Your thoughts become manifest. Now, it's a little more difficult than that. How is it difficult? Well, first, you got to see yourself there. You've got to vision it since it is your mind. And visioning is a skill. You need to see the end result in your mind. And you need to not just see it, you have to think about it, you have to see it, and you have to feel it. We are electromagnetic beings. When we feel something, we draw it to us. We are magnetic and electric. Our minds are electric, and we are constantly in this field that we don't even see, that most of us don't even see. And the more spiritual you become and the more practice you put into it, just like a musical instrument, the more practice that you put into it, the better and more fine-tuned your instrument is. I believe this is a never-ending process. You can begin with just a mild practice and you can never progress, or you can continually every day of your life continue to make yourself more pure of the vibration. You can watch what you eat, you can add supplements, you can meditate, you can actually project. There is no ending to this spiritual path, as far as I'm aware, until you get to, the point of like Jesus Christ did. And I believe even then, I do believe that he's still very much at work because of all the people calling upon his energy field. And so he still is, doing his thing even now. And I believe that most people, that's the point. We're supposed to ascend and continuing to ascend and to make ourselves become superhuman. This is the time. It is now past 2012, and I know I woke in 2010, but I always had spiritual experiences. I just thought that they were not to be spoken about. And it took me a long time to come out the spiritual closet. Now, to make magic work, you need to first decide what you want. This is huge. I know that I used to run around in life feeling like I just got bumped off of things, and I was just waiting for the next thing to bump me around, and it was a test to see how well I could handle it and if it broke me or not. And that's no way to live when this is an absolute virtual reality of absolute beauty and bliss if you so choose it. This place can be heaven or it can be hell. And personally, I believe it's something like purgatory. What is purgatory? Place, it's the place in between, right? Where you go when it's not hell and it's not heaven. Well, this definitely isn't hell, but it also, in many respects, isn't particularly heaven. So it's purgatory, and it's so sneaky because we're not told that it's purgatory. And you must find your spiritual salvation, for lack of a better word, in order to transcend the old human who was just a worker to a superhuman who has activated their additional senses. This is the launching of a new time. What the 2012 thing is that before, in general, we were just people, just humans. Now we are becoming superhuman. We are learning our divinity. We are learning how to work with the energies of the spiritual world. And I am excited to be as part of it. So you need, and you need to remember that you're on a vibrational frequency. Every molecule in your body is vibrating. What you're vibrating to is what you're going to match up with. If you are thinking negative thoughts, that you hate people, that you hate this and you hate doing that, you're going to, align with more experiences that tick you off. However, it takes a conscious effort, and it's not always easy, and I am not always perfect. I have fallen myself many times. But you need to take conscious effort to make sure you make yourself happy. You are in charge of making you happy. And if you make yourself happy and you raise your vibrational frequency through music, through doing what your heart enjoys, to relaxing, to remembering to smell the roses, essentially, you can raise your vibrational frequency to where everything's, how you can tell where your frequency is how you feel, how your body feels, how your emotions feel, how you are feeling is where your frequency is. And when the higher your frequency, you're going to match with better experiences like miracles and joy and bliss and friendships and beauty. And so it is really worth the effort to continue to try to be happy. Now, I've also, in the same respect, in the spiritual circles, you can also find people who are not really happy, but they're faking it till they make it. I've been there. I faked it till I make it. I've also been real and told people I am mad, I am angry, and trust me, there's always some spiritual person in spiritual circles to tell you you're supposed to be happy and what you match up with, and it's the truth. And it is best to keep trying and just get right back on it. When you fall or when you get into a low frequency, get back up. Listen to music, relax, take a nap, watch a movie, kiss your kids, make love, do anything to raise your frequency so that you can match up with the joy and bring heaven on earth, which is what we are supposed to be doing. All right, like this video. Love y'all. Bye.